channel. Today we are going to review some of the workbooks which I have, which are like Wipe and Clean from Scholastic. I have this set of a total of 10 workbooks. So these are like having 16 pages each on the workbook, and I got the set like on a offer, on a Black Friday deal from Groupon. So this set was like some almost $30 with taxes on the Groupon for the 10 workbooks. So it's like 3 each. So these workbooks, in fact Scholastic workbooks, are also available in the Amazon. But what I find is that these are different from that. The basic difference is that these are wipe clean workbooks but with a less number of pages, as I mentioned, which I really didn't know at that point of time when I was ordering. So it is like almost 14 pages each of them. So like with the total of 10 workbooks, you have almost like 140 pages total. So considering that, I think that that price was not really great, whatever I've got. But then I didn't have an option. I can't even return it or so. However, these are the workbooks which we can see. But then if you see on the positive side, the quality of the workbook, I will say that it is better, in terms of pages in comparison to the school zone workbook. These are like very thin. They are very, very much colorful, vibrant, the school zone workbook, but the pages are very thin for the same price which I have got for this book. And the number of pages are almost the same. So, but then the pages are a little bit thicker here and even broader. But they are not even as good as the pretty book, the pretty workbook which we have. So the pages in those spiral binding books of the pretty one, like I have this here, just to let you know like what I'm asking or referring on. So these kind of workbook. So this is a little more costlier, but then the pages are even more thicker and better in these kind of workbooks. So for this one, it is good, like okay thickness. And then the tracing. So here they are saying, okay, one gift, and then you can trace one of these, and then one as a number, one as a word. And then what I liked in this book, the positive aspect of this book is that how they have given the colors, the dots from where to start on, and the arrows, that they have really done a good job on that, which I have not seen in the other workbooks the way it is. In the school zone workbooks, it's there, but then the alphabets are like, the smaller in comparison to these, because they're using a lot of space for the image, downwards, and the size of the alphabet is comparatively smaller than what it should be. So these arrows are quite indicatory with all the dots like where to start on and need to follow. So it's like, since it's the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's a lot of counting that you can do in addition to tracing. So tracing, then you write the number and then the word. So you practice it like a number and a word. Practice it like a number and a word. And then this one exercise. So it's from 1 to 10. So similarly, they are having the other workbook which is on the colors and shapes. So like this complete page is orange, and then circle, square, and yellow. So you can ask the the color of the object, and then also to trace the shapes. Triangle, rectangle, and then we have this red color, yellow, purple, pink, orange, and then black. This book can be also used as not only for colors and shape, but also for like some odd man out type of exercises, like they've given a good thing on that. Like for example, the same image, you can use, okay, what all are purple, can you circle them? What all are yellow, can you circle them? Can you circle the pink? So wipe it, and then you can ask her the different colors at the different time, like whatever she's working on. So for example, here we can ask for orange also, but we can ask for black. You know, can you tell me what is the object in blue? Sorry, what is the object in the red or black? Brown, black, brown. So other than just pointing out, like here, like in some of the cases we can circle it down, and then here we can tick it or cross it. So the boxes are given, then the child knows that he have to either tick it or cross it. There are many ways to do it. So I'll say, okay, can you cross this thing, cross the objects with the black color? Okay, now can you cross the object in the purple color or in a blue color? So these exercises can be used, but the only thing is that I find in this book is that it's a lot of repetitive content which I have found. So like the shapes which we have done there, again the shapes here, the color combinations, I will say that it's okay. And so here she get to practice the alphabets, uppercase, lowercase. The dots are given, but then the arrows are not given in this workbook. So we can use it like once they are familiar with that, and then they can write on. This is letter, words and numbers. Circle the uppercase letters. One has been circled already. So this is the uppercase letter, we can circle it. So it is kind of trying to distinguish that what is the letter, what is a number, what is an object. That kind of practice. So maybe then the same exercise you can ask her to do. Okay, can you just circle only the numbers? Can you just tell me what all the objects do you see, like donut, pineapple or so? So these kind of exercises is given here. Tracing from 1 to 5, and then these are the objects which we can count, and we can say, okay, what goes where. That kind of exercise. Create a line from this to this. Then this is for the uppercase letters. I like the school zone workbooks for the for the letters. I equally like this workbook for the same reason, because they have given the alphabets and the arrows and the dots. So it's a good practice. And then a similar line to it, like for example these raindrops for I and J, and then this umbrella. If you create this umbrella, this thing, it's actually that you're trying to create a J, and these raindrops are like I. So these relative patterns. I really like the alphabets in this workbook, like I have liked in school zone workbook also. It's a lot of practice on the alphabets, and that too with the arrows and dots, like where to start. And then again a warm-up of the complete. Sorry. And then I have this write lowercase letters. These are lowercase letters, like we had in uppercase. The lowercase is also very good. Good color combination. good paper quality, and then the arrows and a lot of curves tracing also of the similar pattern. So it's type of a warm-up. Then the alphabet in the arrow, and here again we revise it. Really liked these tracing workbooks for uppercase, lowercase in detail. And then they have given a lot of practice for that. It's a warm-up also. There only they have given the related warm-up for that particular alphabet with a lot of directions and the dots from where to start and end. That stroke. So phonics practice they have. Say these words out loud. Check the words that start with S sound. So this is purely a exercise type of book, like, with some questions to the child. But the only thing is that since it's wipe and clean, you can go ahead and reuse it again and again. So they says that it's phonic, you can use it for whatever reason you feel like. You can also use that as first words maybe. All the objects are there, you can tell them what it is. So they will be learning more and more vocab going through the objects of that book. So each page you cover, you learn some different characters which the child would not have seen earlier. So you can just read through, if you are not into phonics yet, then we can just read through this book and it gets into their vocab dictionary. They try to register more and more words with the pictures. So that is one way of doing it, in addition to the phonics practice and the tracing, of course. Since it's wipe clean, then you are doing the exercises which can be reused. This is handwriting practice. So it's a lot like A, capital case, lowercase, capital lower, B, capital lower, capital lower. A lot of practice only on the alphabets. And that too in this kind of format where you are getting the lines already, in a notebook format. So, and that too dotted, like child can easily go through the path and do it. Really like the workbooks for the practice of the alphabets. We had two workbooks of alphabet and uppercase and lowercase, but this is more on the handwriting practice. And since the first phonics were not complete, this is the phonics book which we had. So they had A till P here, and then this book now covers the other aspects. So there are two books on the phonic from P to this. So what I really feel is that it's a lot of pictures in good color combinations which you can use as a book initially, and then slowly they can get to trace all the alphabets here. So they can just have a practice of even writing all the words. So since this is wiping clean, there are multiple uses of using this book, as a phonic book, and then writing and tracing the words. And then this is alphabet practice again. So you see, it's A, then all the words are like A, com, carrot, D. So follow the bees to help the boy to fetch his ball. So we have to just create a pattern following all the bees. So there are some confusing words here which I really like. So this is a very obvious confusion between B and a D. My daughter really get confused a lot with B and D. So this thing clarifies a lot, like it's not a B, it's a D. So she have to first of all identify that what is B and then go through. So that B and D confusion is really gone with this kind of exercise. Now if you see G, we are following G, but then I really liked it like I and L. So you can ask the child about I and L. Like if they're getting confused between I and L, then they also can use this workbook for I and L. These are the confusing characters again. Like for example, O, A, and a lot of tracing on the alphabets. So that's it. We have already reviewed all our 10 workbooks of Scholastic, which I got like for a good price of almost 30 for all these 10 workbooks. So other than tracing, they have a lot of good content which we can use as a book, and a lot to practice in terms of alphabets. I really like their alphabets and number practice, with a lot of arrows and practice on the uppercase, the lowercase, a lot of handwriting practices there. Hope you have liked my video, and if you have liked it, then please give me a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for any more updates and notifications on the new uploads. Till then, lots of love. Enjoy the little things with your baby. Take care. Bye bye. Stay blessed. Enjoy.